Hey everybody, welcome to Cougar Blitz. Today we're going to be talking about and diving into the POPTARTS Bowl, which I'm pretty stoked. We're going to be playing a really good opponent, Georgia Tech. I mean, really the favorite to win the ACC outside of Miami for the majority of the season. And then just had a real tough loss at the end of the season that kept them out of the conference championship game. But they're a very good team.
Sorry, I had to. We got to win this game, baby.
100%. 100%.
Really?
We're going to dive into that.
Absolutely.
How important is the win?
We got to win this game. And I feel pretty confident coming in because just looking at, some of the things about this game that I think are pretty important. In the series all-time against Georgia Tech, the Cougars hold a 3-1 lead all-time against Georgia Tech. So I like that, first of all. That's a great starting point. Obviously, that's historical, so that's many different teams across many different eras. But I think this is cool. Georgia Tech won for the first time in 2002, and then BYU won in 2003, 2012, and 2013. So it has been more than 10 years. It's been 12 years since we played them. But pretty cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a great game against two really good teams, two teams that are very different too.
Yes.
Like how they scheme, what they do is very different. But then again, the offensive philosophy is very similar. Like what they want to do, which is run it down your throat and then pass on you, like set up the pass through the run. That's similar, but how we do it is completely different. We're running a lot of zone run schemes, and they run this kind of read option, power option, and triple option RPO to set up the pass.
Yeah.
And we do some stuff like that here and there, but it's nothing like what they do. It's very unique. And their O-line's super nasty.
Yep. Their O-line is tough, and I think part of that comes from coaching. Honestly, Brent Key, coach at Georgia Tech. This is actually a little interesting fact for you. Both Kalani and Brent Key coach for their alma maters, which is cool. So coaching styles. You got to think there's some oomph, there's some spirit behind there. There's definitely some, history from both the coaches in these teams, and I think that's cool to see that they're both, they're not playing for their schools. They're leading their own schools again. And I think the coaching style that Georgia Tech has is something that needs to be looked at too. Like that's not anything to shy away from.
Agreed. And I mean, the other thing that they have in common is they both, like, I think BYU's defense is obviously more elite, but Georgia Tech has a very physical defense. Their defense is really physical. I mean, they only allowed Georgia to put up 16 points, in the last regular season game of the season. So they're not, like, they're a very, very, very good defense for what they have. And then, alma mater thing is huge. Like, both these teams are proud programs, and both head coaches are very proud of the tradition inside of their programs.
Yep.
And they want nothing more than to do what's best for the program and win football games. So that aspect is going to be great. I don't know. I don't think that they've ever coached against each other, so that'll be interesting to kind of see how they do it, because Georgia Tech's coach is very passionate.
Yep. And
passionate.
And
games.
rightfully so. Once again, it is his alma mater, so he's got some spirit behind there. But as well, he's a good coach, and he's a good guy. He's a great coach. He has a team that respects him, believes in him, and that's a good thing, I think. And it's fun to play an opponent that's kind of got some oomph behind him, because it makes a win that much more memorable, I think. Plus, this is, top 25 teams. This is two teams that are going head-to-head that are top 25. Which I found this stat, too. I think this is kind of cool. It's the 18th time in BYU school history that we are in a bowl game against, or as a ranked team, and is the 10th time both teams have been ranked in the top 25, which I think is cool. Of all the bowl games we've played, we're 6-3 when both teams are in the top 25 in bowl games.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember if the Oregon game with John Beck.
Yep.
I think that was a top 25 matchup. Blew them out. Trying to think. The Arizona game may have been with Max Hall. That first year with Max Hall.
Yep.
But there's been a lot of really good ones. Even like those are probably the most recent. Maybe the Utah game we may have snuck into the top 25 and they were in the top 25 when we played Utah in the Vegas Bowl.
Yeah, you might be right there. Obviously, last year Colorado.
Last year in Colorado, yep, that was the most recent, and I feel like this game is going to be a repeat of that. Now, one thing that Georgia Tech has is I think the coaching. No shade on Deion Sanders and the coaching staff at Colorado, but this coaching staff is like BYU in that they have a very high expectation and all that they care about is execution.
Yep.
Like, you could be the most talented guy, and if you're not executing, you'll get pulled off the field if you play for Georgia Tech. They want guys who execute. And so in that sense, it probably will be different, but there are things that like, for one, like Haynes King, one thing that their quarterback really, really good. I think he's like a legitimate dual threat quarterback and maybe the best dual threat quarterback in the country, in that any given play, the defense has no idea if he's going to run for 15 yards or if he's going to pass for 15 yards. And he could do
right.
Yep. Like, he's got 2,697 yards passing, but he also has 922 yards rushing on the season with 12 yards passing, or 12 touchdown passes, sorry, and 15 rushing touchdowns on the season. So he's a guy that, whether it's passing or running, he can find the end zone and he can get yards.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, in my opinion, that's probably going to be the matchup that I'm the most excited for, is to see him against our D-line and especially our linebackers. Like, Jack Kelly, last game, he knows it's his last game before going to the NFL. It's time to showcase before the Senior Bowl. Dude's going to be ready to play. And that's going to be a really, really fun matchup because Haynes King, when I watch guys that like get to the edges quarterbacks and can like outrun somebody, Haynes King's one of the best at that in college football. And then Jack Kelly is the best linebacker at closing distance when a quarterback's trying to get to the edge.
Yep. So
that chess match is going to be really, really fun to watch because I think Haynes King has the ability to be a college, like a NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to be like a starter, but he definitely is a roster guy.
He has the potential to. And I think
he has the potential to be a roster guy for sure, and then we'll see what after that. So it's going to be a really fun matchup between him and Jack Kelly because they're going to have Jack Kelly spy in this game.
Yep.
Like, it has to happen, or we're going to lose more, or at least it's going to be a lot closer than we want it to be if we don't lose.
And to me, I mean, it reminds me, I was talking to my buddy a couple weeks ago. We watched the Broncos-Packers game, which, that first of all, was a great game. It was a very, very fun game to watch, very entertaining. It was a chess match. It was, a shootout duel, but high scoring. Defenses were playing lights out, but the offenses were playing lights out too. It was just all around elite football. And we made the comment that in the NFL specifically, when two elite teams play each other, the NFL is fantastic. It is so much fun to watch because these people are performing at the literal highest level that you can. On the other hand, it's not very fun to watch the middle of the pack teams play each other because it's a toss-up who's going to win, but also it's not very fun. At the other end, if you're watching two terrible teams play that are like maybe have 1 or 2 wins each near the end of the season. It's so much fun because they suck so bad that it almost kind of puts itself back on the shootout level of the elite teams, and they start doing crazy stuff. With that being said, I felt, during the Broncos Packers game, they were at the far end of that spectrum of the elite teams. I feel like this bowl game is kind of going to have some echoes of that. I mean, we've got their quarterback who you're talking about, who's amazingly shifty. He's, you and I talked about this earlier today. He's almost running a triple option, which where he can fake an option and do a different option, and that's super fun. On our or side, pass. Or pass, yeah,
crazy.
Or
they have so many.
They have so many threats, and on our side, we have a quarterback who runs over people like a fullback would, and that's so much fun. And so we're gonna see. I feel like this is going to be elite football. Like, it's going to be two great teams going head to head. Obviously, I think I do know which team is going to come out on top, and I know which team I hope is going to come out on top. But I do feel like we're going to see some echoes of elite football on Saturday. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And so the big thing that I'm going to be watching for is Georgia Tech averages about 203 yards rushing a game.
Okay.
Is BYU going to be able to keep that to 100, 150 or less? If they do, it's going to be a blowout. BYU's going to blow out Georgia Tech. The closer Georgia Tech gets to that 200 mark, the more it's going to be a shootout, but it's going to be a very unique shootout because neither of these teams wants to air it out.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest. BYU doesn't want to air it out, and we've got LJ, and it might be LJ's last game at BYU.
I did hear a rumor about that.
Yeah?
I don't think LJ's playing.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Most likely because he's getting drafted, is the thought.
Okay.
But the rumor that I have been hearing is that LJ's not playing.
Well, if LJ doesn't play, Sione Moa will have the opportunity.
He's got to play freaking lights out.
If LJ doesn't play, maybe we do end up airing it out, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because Chase Roberts already said he's going to play.
Yeah. Oh, Chase is playing for sure. Parker Kingston, I know, is playing for sure. Or he's not even a senior. Who am I thinking of? Carson Ryan's playing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think
maybe we do air it out.
Yeah.
If LJ doesn't play, I think that we might switch our mindset to RPOs, speed options, and so it's going to be read options, speed options, and then airing it out on play action passes.
Yep.
Because and it's nothing against Sione Moa. It's just nobody's LJ Martin.
You can't
right now.
I know. I mean, maybe next year we'll see that kind of come to light, and I really hope we do with Sione Moa or some of these other guys. They have a chance to step up, maybe get a transfer portal. Someone comes in and kind of fills that spot. I don't think we're going to be left without. For this game specifically, it's going to be super important that Sione Moa shines, or we air it out and we're playing pass. I think we got to use Carson Ryan a lot for his blocking first, and then for his catching, and I hope we do. But yeah, you're right. With LJ gone, that could mean we're playing a whole different game.
Well, especially looking at Bear Bachmeier, how healthy is his ankle actually when this game starts? I'm sure it's going to be healthy enough that when they tape it up, it's going to be okay.
Yep.
But I don't think you want him running the ball more than 5 to 9 times on a designed run with that ankle, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So if you're in that range of 5 to 10 read options, speed options, or the power option with the quarterback, I'm fine with that in the bowl game with him having the hampered ankle. I don't really want to see more than that. I want to see a mix of Sione Moa. I want to see a mix of jet sweeps to Tiger Bachmeier and Parker Kingston to open up some stuff.
Yep.
And I really want to see them ran to the short side of the field.
Yeah, honestly, and I need them to just close that gap and make it the smallest amount of field to play in.
Yeah, yeah, and then hand it to Parker Kingston
Because we thrive
to
there.
that side. Because
Freaking.
we really thrive when Parker Kingston has no space to really run away from guys that are bigger than him.
Oh yeah. We want to rely solely on his field and sideline work.
Yes, and his juke moves.
Speaking of some of these seniors, we've talked about Jack Kelly, we've talked about Chase Roberts, we've talked about kind of that this could be their last game. One thing I'm looking at, historically, BYU hasn't had a ton of 12-win seasons. 12 win or I should say 12 win or more seasons. The thing is, that's like, this would be the 5th time in history that we do it when we win this game. That we've had a 12 plus win season. That's, my goodness, it's crazy. Because I feel like there have been more, but come to think of it, we don't have that many. And I have the years pulled up right here. Let me know if any of these years sound familiar, okay? All right. 2001. 12-2.
Luke Staley.
Correct.
Yeah.
1996. 14-1.
There wasn't not very many guys on that team. Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah. 1984. Shocker. And
Wait, what did we do that year?
Oh, we won. What was that game called? That's right, the national championship. We did win that time.
We won that. We actually have it in a trophy case.
That's right. Oh yeah, we do. We do have that. You know which school doesn't have one of those?
National champions.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know which school actually doesn't have one? Just north of here.
Oregon.
That's good. That's really good. And then the last year.
That's why they love each other. That's why Utah fans and Oregon fans love each other.
That's why they're. I'll send a meme to you. In fact, I'm gonna pull that meme up. I'm gonna send it in Discord. The last year that we did we had more than 12 wins was 1980. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it's few and far between, which isn't. Yeah, it's not my favorite stat to see, but it's a cool thing to do for these seniors. Like, they can definitely leave a mark on school history by pulling that out if they can. Like, that's fantastic.
Yeah. In my opinion, we win this Pop-Tarts Bowl, this team should be regarded like the 96 team should be regarded.
Yeah. Yeah. A
Same echelon,
phenomenal team.
Considered the best team in BYU history outside of 84.
Yeah.
They won the Natty. You can't say that the Natty team isn't the best team because they won the Natty.
They literally proved that they were the best team.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm dropping a meme in our Discord right now. I just want you to look at it and then describe what you see to me.
Okay.
We'll put it up right now.
No, I totally. I saw this one earlier today. Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much.
Texas Tech pulling. BYU comes over and he's like, "Huh?" And then he looks over the other side and it's Utah pulling with Oregon. And he's just, what the heck is going on? Yeah, that's the thing makes no sense to me. But then again, it is Utah. Utah fans, like, what? Why are you cheering for a team that isn't in your conference?
Not only that isn't in their conference, but consistently during the Pac-12 era was like the season breaker team. Like, Utah and Oregon kind of played this game for a long time in the Pac-12, where each of them kind of ruined each other's seasons. Mostly on Oregon's side, where Oregon was ruining Utah's season. And that was fun for a long time. It was very, very, very funny. But why? What's with the schmoozing and the butt kissing for Oregon? Where did that come from?
It's not just Oregon. Like, they're like, it's almost like Utah fans think that if they butt kiss the Big Ten and their teams enough, they'll magically get an invitation.
Like that's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, and a good example of that would be like Memphis.
Yeah. Yep.
Who's been butt kissing the Big 12 and butt kissing the ACC
Uh-huh.
and anybody and everybody who is thinking about expansion, they just start butt kissing them. And how's that worked out for them so far?
Yep.
They're not in the power conference.
It hasn't worked out for them. And it's like, guys, come on. Like
Yeah.
why are we continuously just butt kissing these teams that do not care about you? Like, if anything,
Well,
I would consider, like, if Utah was doing, had a great season or something, and BYU fans were like, hey, huge shout out to Utah for having this crazy season. Like, it's so cool that they're doing so well. Utah State, we'd probably do the same thing because it's the little brother school that no one cares about, or Weber or something, right? But why Oregon specifically? Like, it just makes no sense.
I don't get it. And I think another funny thing that's come about is so we got these decals on our helmets that actually look pretty
They
cool.
do.
That have like the Pop-Tart sprinkles on them, and then Georgia Tech has the same thing. And then did you see all the Utah fans getting on and be like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are celebrating yourself going to the Pop-Tarts Bowl? We had roses because we won. we
Oh my
won. We
gosh,
went
not
to,
we
or
were a
we went to
ro-
the Rose
we
Bowl.
were a Rose Bowl team, guys. Guys.
Rose Bowl losers,
Yep, yep.
2 years in a row." And it's just like I thought it was funny because I saw this meme and I thought it was hilarious because so it's this meme where there's two gentlemen at the door and they have like a pamphlet and they're supposed like people have done different things where they make them Mormon missionaries, they make them Jehovah's Witnesses, and it shows it and they have a pamphlet with the University of Utah on it, and the thing that they're saying to the person at the door is, "Would you have some time for us to talk about our two Rose Bowl losses with you?"
It's so good. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I was like, wow, that's actually elite.
It's like well, it's kind of accurate. It's so funny. I've seen this a couple times, with coworkers in different jobs and with other people that I just see in public where they have, like, they went to the Rose Bowl, and it would be cool if you went to the Rose Bowl, get some Rose Bowl merch. Totally respect that. However, the Rose Bowl merch is all Utah Rose Bowl merch.
Mm.
That they lost the game though. Great that you got there. That's very, very cool. No hate, because that's a great game to play in. But you did lose. So
Well, here's my question. So, first year they played Ohio State, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I know that they played Penn State and Ohio State. I don't know if it was the first or second, but I'm just curious. Did Ohio State have helmets with roses on them? Did Penn State? Did their fan bases put roses in their bios when they went to the Rose Bowl
Oh, don't remind me. That was so stupid.
for a for
I
a year,
it makes me
for a whole year?
it makes me want to put a Pop-Tart in my bio so bad.
Well, and it's just like, guys, like if you are celebrating this by like putting a rose in your social media profile picture, and then you look across the way and the team that you're playing is actually their fan base is pissed that they're even in the Rose Bowl, not in the national championship or in the playoffs.
Yep.
Like that's sad.
Yep. And
That's called sad.
it is sad. And if we're just talking, the goofiness of the bowl games, like it's a business, guys. Like, they're trying to pull in money. It's cool to have the logo, and the custom helmets I think is a fun game. Like, Pop-Tarts saying, "Hey, put sprinkles on the helmets, it'd be cool." Schools are like, "Yeah, free, yeah. Like, we make so much money off of this game. This is great." They're stoked about it because it's kind of like a memorable thing. Plus, the players can remember, oh, we had the Pop-Tarts Bowl, and they give us new helmets with Pop-Tart sprinkles on them. That's hilarious. That's a cool thing. However, if you lose and you were the only team that did that, you'd look like schmucks. And that's what they look like.
Well, my favorite thing is like the just the complete and utter like it's weird pride mixed with like idiocy mixed with what's what I'm looking for? Being naive all at the same time.
Yep.
Where like they went to 2 Rose Bowls and now they believe that they deserve to be in the Big Ten.
And it's like, and with Mark Harlan's comments last year also about the Big 12, like, guys, like, you were in a bad spot in the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is kind of crumbling and has crumbled, I'll say. Like, are you not grateful that you're in a great conference? Like, it is a decent conference. In fact, it's a great conference to be in, especially right now with how much heat and potentially the national championship winners this year are in it. Anyway.
Well, and that's the other thing. Like, I believe Texas Tech will win, but you have Utah fans cheering against Texas Tech, so you want your conference to not look as good.
Yeah.
And somehow you think that helps you.
Think about,
like, do you really think that your conference is going to get worse, and then the Big Ten's going to be like, oh, we'll throw a lifesaver to you now, and you can come to the Big Ten for absolutely no reason at all?
Yeah. And plus, I mean, the sheer just
not Texas Tech.
Yeah. and plus just the bare minimum of the recruiting potential. Like, obviously with Utah and the whole private equity thing, that's going to be just bonkers, and I hate it. But if Texas Tech wins the Natty, they go all the way. Think of the recruiting for the other schools in the Big 12, how much of a boost they're going to get simply because Texas won. And Big 12 can say, hey, we have under our belt national championship quality teams. So here's why you should come here, is because you have the potential to go win the national championship as a college football player if you're in this conference, because we proved it. That's massive. And think of the donor stuff that's going to come, the booster money that's going to come. I mean, the possibilities are, I think, endless.
No, I agree. And overall, like, I think that it's a great thing. Like, the Pop-Tarts Bowl is great. Opportunity with Texas Tech is great. Overall, I mean, what do you feel like is going to be the score in this game?
Score predictions, I like it. I think it will be a good game. I don't think it'll be necessarily like ultra high scoring. But I think I'm going to go 28 to, I'm going to keep it simple. 28-21 BYU.
Okay. Ooh, I think without LJ, we're going probably like, I think we get 28. I think it's going to be 28-17.
Yeah. That's BYU. Great. I love it.
Yep. So, we'll break it down when the game is over. But that was the biggest thing we want to talk about with this episode. Didn't have Ami here. I know that he's busy with family. It's holidays.
Guys at Luminaria. My wife's working, and Ami's wife is probably sleeping. So.
Yep. But we'll catch you guys after and break down that game. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a great game. I think BYU is gonna pull it out, win by a couple touchdowns, and it'll be good. Maybe Sione Moa will end up having over 100 yards rushing, and then we end up putting more like 35.
Be great.
In that range. So
I would hope so. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Obviously, we miss Ami. We'll have him back very, very soon. Hopefully to break down the results of this game after. But like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments below your score prediction for this game. And if you are listening on audio, thank you so much. Make sure and save this podcast, download it. We are going to try and do multiple episodes, if not at least one episode every week talking BYU sports. And we can't wait to see you guys next time.
Awesome. Go Cougs.
Go Cougs. Here, wait, one more. We got to do one more of these. Hold on. I should have just had this up from the get-go. And we will end with this right here.
All right.
And